Hello everyone. In this video I will show you how you can do sensitivity analysis based on different variable change and the impact on your target number, right? So let's say when the finance cost change, what is the change impact in the earning per share? And what if the cost of goods sold percentage change, what is the impact of earning per share, right? So you can see it on the different angles. So in this video you will learn it, how you can design it, how you can link it, and how you can do this analysis by yourself. So let's begin the learning. So let's begin our sensitivity analysis with a profit and loss account. So let's create the one. So we have sales first, then we have cost of goods sold, then we get gross profit, and from that gross profit we deduct operating expenses, then we get profit before interest and tax, then we deduct interest, then we get profit before tax, we deduct tax, and then we get net profit or loss, right? And then finally we calculate earnings per share, right? So this is the structure of our P&L. Let's increase the font size. Perfect. So let's assume our sale is 1 million. The cost of goods sold we can link with the percentage of the sale. So let's say I just call it here rate, right? And here I just entered let's say 25%. So I just take this cell, the sales, and I link it with the rate. I enter it, so I get 250,000. So my gross profit will be the sales minus cost of goods sold. So this is my gross profit. My operating expenses, I again can link it with the sales. So let's say I just say they are the 20% of my operating of the sales, right? So sales into percentage, I get 200,000. Perfect. And so the profit before interest and tax is 750 minus operating expense, so I get 550, which is my profit before interest and tax. The interest can be a percentage of the debt. So here I can, at the bottom, I can just enter a value, total debt 500,000, right? So 500,000 is my debt. So I can here enter the percentage. Okay, so let's say I have borrowed at the rate of 7%. So I can simply take my debt and link it with the percentage, right? So 35,000 is my interest expense, right? So profit before interest and tax minus interest expense, I get 515 profit before tax. Here I can apply the tax percentage. So let's say the corporate tax is, let's say, 33%. So I just take this value, the profit before tax, and I link it with the tax, right? And I can also put a formula here. If this value is greater than 0, only then I calculate the tax, otherwise it will always be 0. So I have the tax value this, so the net profit will be the profit before tax minus tax will be the net profit. And the earning per share can be the net profit divided by number of shares. So I can say, so let's say the number of shares are 1.5 million, right? So I take this net profit divided by number of shares, so I get 0.23 as a earning per share, right? Now I can use this data to do my sensitivity analysis. What is sensitivity analysis? Let's say, for example, if my gross profit changed into 30%, what is the impact on my earning per share? What if my interest expense percentage is changed to 10%? What is the impact on my earning per share? First of all, you need to decide in which variable you are interested. So let's say I am interested in earning per share. I want to see what is the change in my earning per share if my cost of goods sold changes, right? So let's say if my cost of goods sold change to 20% or 21%, or it can be any value, right? I just drag it down, right? Let's mark it to 35%. Okay, so I want to see the change in earning per share. So you design a table like that. Whatever value you're interested in, you will link it here, and you will make a list here, the changes that you want to see on different parameters. You will select the whole table like this, then you will go into the data, you will click on what if analysis, then you will click on the data table, right? So your values are in the column, so you will put the cell column input cell, and then you here select this percentage, this percentage, right? Because you need to change this percentage to see the reflection in earning per share. You press OK. So here you get these values, right? You can make it to the 2 decimals, right? So at the 20% of cost of goods sold, your earning per share is 0.25, and here your cost of goods sold is increasing, your earning per share is increasing as well. Now let's say I want to see what is my change in earning per share if I change the interest expense, right? So let's say the interest percentage can be 5%, or I can increase it by 0.01, 6%, like that. Okay, so what is the change in earning per share? Again, I will select this whole table, go on data, click on what if analysis, and click on data table. So now my information is in the row, so I will put the information in the row input cell, right? And I will click here and I will link it with 7% and press OK. So now you can see this is the change in earning per share based on change in finance cost, right? So I just told you how to do column wise analysis, how to do row wise analysis. We can also do both things together. Let me remove this all information, right? And let me put here 5%, and I just increase it 1% like that. Let me put here the cost of goods sold 20%, and let me increase it by 1% plus, right? Like that. And now I will link this cell, this corner one cell, which combines both of that category with the earning per share here, right? Now I will select this whole table like that, right? And I will go on data, I will click on what if analysis, I will click on data table. In my row I do have interest expense, so I will link it with the interest expense. In the column I have cost of goods sold, so I will link it with the cost of goods sold percentage like this and press OK. And this is now combinedly tell me what is the change in earning per share if my finance cost increases or my cost of goods sold increases. So at the 26% and 8%, my earning will be 0.22, right? So you can highlight these parameters like that. You can highlight this parameter like that, like this, right? This one, because if you remove this will not work, so you have to link it, but you can change this color to white so you won't see this 0.23 like this, right? So your table is ready now. You can just select this whole area, you can just call it finance cost, right? You can bold it, you can increase it, and you can also select this area, you can merge the cell and you can call it cost of goods sold, right? And here you can do what? You can simply right click, go on format cell, you can just go on the alignment, and here you can just increase it to like this 90% and press OK. And now you can centralize it and you can increase it and you can bold it, right? So here you did it like that, and now you can call it sensitivity analysis of earning per share, and you can merge this like that. So I hope you like this analysis, and using this technique you can do so many things, and you can see what is the change in your desired number when your variable changes. And in case of any question, you can ask me in comments. Please like this channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you so much, and share with others.